it's Amanchu. Welcome to Divergence SMP. It's been, about a week and a half, I think, since the SMP started. So no videos have come out yet. I'm still working on stuff that's very early stages. You can see my base here is a sandbar that I've put some chests on. There's not much to it here. This is not going to be my permanent base. My permanent base is going to be located on top of an ocean monument. Well, kind of. In the location of an ocean monument. Let me put it that way. Anyway, today I'm going to evict the current occupants of that ocean monument and make it my own. So I have in this chest the things that I'm going to need to do that. A couple of potions of water breathing. I think I'm only probably going to need one of those. I have some TNT, a redstone block, and a bunch of gravel. That should be everything I need. I'm fully geared up, although normally I would take this on with Trident. I'll live with just a sharpness 5 sword. I can probably get by like that. You know what, now that I think about it, it is nighttime. I have potions of night vision. Let me drink one of those before I set out. It'll make it easier to see things. Clearing out an ocean monument is something I've done many times, and I kind of have it down to a science now. It's pretty straightforward. Yep, there's the ocean monument right there. There's 3 Elder Guardians that are going to be inside the monument, and because of the way Guardians spawning around a monument works in Bedrock Edition, I'm probably not going to find any Guardians actually inside the monument besides the Elder Guardians. Alright, now, I'm going to clear out. I have mining fatigue, but I can open up a hole in the roof with the TNT. After I deal with this guy. Get out of here. Nuisance. Alright. So I put gravel around this TNT and put the redstone block on top of it. That'll set it off. It should blow a nice big hole in the roof. Oh, look, I got a trident in the process. I'll set that aside for later. Alright, let's deal with this guy. There's one guy down. He gave me a sponge. Thank you very much. Now I think my next step will be to set up a conduit. Oh, I was really hoping that would activate it. It didn't. Well, I think I have some prismarine, but it's back at my base. I really want to set the conduit before I go any further. Oh yeah, I said, I have this down to a science, I said. I know exactly what I'm doing. The point was to set up the conduit inside immediately so that I would get the conduit effect, and I figured there'd be enough prismarine around that it would automatically activate, but that didn't happen. I'll have to very slowly break some of this prismarine. Oh, that's not right. These blocks are not in the right position. There we go. I just needed that thing to activate. Now it's got me the conduit effect, which gives me water breathing, night vision, and haste 2 in Bedrock Edition. And now I can take my leisurely time clearing out the rest of this ocean monument. Looking for the other 2 guardians that will be somewhere in the outer wings. And maybe even a sponge room, because, boy, I'm really hoping there's one in here. And that's the main entrance. So I have a combination of haste 2 and mining fatigue. There we go. Like I said before, the only guardians I'm likely to find out here in Bedrock Edition Ocean Monument, inside of it, are Elder Guardians. And they'll be located in the wings. There they are. Two down, one to go. And there's the third one. Alright, now I have the Ocean Monument to myself. I kind of need the mining fatigue to wear off, though. And then I wanted to do a lot of exploring in here to try and find a sponge room, because I really need sponges. If I'm going to actually make use of this area. Now, I'm not going to drain the whole Ocean Monument. That's not my intention. My intention actually is to tear down the entire Ocean Monument and replace it with my base. But I am still going to have to drain some areas, and sponges are going to help for that. They're going to be kind of essential for that. I have seen Ocean Monuments with no sponge rooms. I've seen Ocean Monuments that have 2 or 3 sponge rooms. I'll be happy if I can just find one. Okay, the mining fatigue has worn off. And I have haste 2 from the conduit, so I could just cut through all the walls. See if I can find that hidden sponge room someplace. I suppose I could collect this gold too. Ha! Oh, that didn't take long at all to find. Let me get out my trusty hoe. That is fantastic, because this should give me... Oh yeah, lots of sponges. Wow, look at all that. Now I have 40 sponges, which should be plenty. I was worried I might have to find another Ocean Monument to find a sponge room so I could get sponges, but that gives me plenty. And another sponge room, man. That is awesome. That can be a stack of sponges plus 3. That is fantastic. And I'm going to go ahead and around the rest of this Ocean Monument. Collect as many of these sea lanterns as I can collect, because I kind of like them. I'd like to use them for some builds. And then I'm going to pacify this Ocean Monument so that no guardians will spawn. 3! 3 sponge rooms! Oh my gosh! This is fantastic! Gives me a stack and a half of sponges. I am so happy. Oh, that's great. I was worried I wouldn't find any sponge rooms at all. I didn't worry for very long. And here again, I find myself in a situation where it is an SMP. There's other people on the server. They want to sleep. And I'm really in a position where it's hard to do that. In fact, in Java Edition, I can sleep in a bed underwater, but not in Bedrock Edition. So it's kind of awkward. I either have to log out of the server long enough for other people to sleep, or find a way to get to a bed when I'm underwater in the middle of an ocean monument surrounded by guardians shooting at me. Inconvenient, you could say. Oh, buddy, I am in a really weird position to try and sleep. Hang on. Okay, I believe actually this is the northwest corner right here. There are 25 spawning locations in an ocean monument. And to find those spawning locations, I start from the northwest corner of the ocean monument. That is the location where you have the negative most coordinates. For some reason, I had trouble calculating that, so ultimately I just used a map. So if that's the northwest corner, then it's... No, it's not. Shoot, math is hard. I'm a doofus. Let me just look at the map. That's north, that's west. This is the northwest corner. Now counting from that corner, +2 in the X direction, and +2 in the Z direction, should put me here. And that is one of the spawning spots. The way I calculate the coordinates of these spawning locations is a little different from what you see a lot of people do. I go from the northwest corner, and then the X and Z directions, I add to those coordinates +2, +13, +29, +45, and +55. Add that to the coordinates of the northwest corner of the monument, and that gives me all 25 locations. It is really not convenient for me to sleep right now. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Sucks. They'd just be drowned all over the place. I'm in the middle of doing something and it's just getting increasingly frustrating that I have to sleep every 10 minutes. Or I have to log out every 10 minutes because I can't sleep. It sucks. This sucks, donkey. Freaking drowned. Get out of here. I got time for you. I'm getting frustrated. I just... Jesus, do people have to sleep? Like, all the time? I don't want to sleep. I'm gonna pretend like I didn't notice. I'm annoyed that I have to sleep every 10 fucking minutes. I'm in the middle of trying to do something, and it's really inconvenient for me to sleep right now. I'm really getting kind of frustrated with it. I'm sick of having to sleep every 10 damn minutes. I'm trying to work on this project, which I cannot sleep. I'm in the water. I cannot sleep. So I have to freaking log out every 10 minutes to appease the people that absolutely have to sleep for some reason. It's frustrating. Die, you damn drowned. Die! Okay. I have put pillars going from Y40 up to the surface on all 25 spawning spots. I actually did a tutorial on making a guardian farm in both Java Edition and Bedrock Edition and show off this method. I don't want to go into too much detail here, but I will say that doing this while there's several other people on the server who insist on sleeping every 10 frickin' minutes, well, it's annoying to say the least, because I'm in the middle of the ocean and it's just not at all convenient for me to sleep. Not at all. So I have to log out of the server every 10 damn minutes. It's getting tedious. It's getting really old. I'm not happy about having to do that over and over again. It's not me this time. Now, the obvious next step for me will be a guardian farm. I do like making farms, and I do want to make a guardian farm, but to do the design I want to do, I need a lot of tridents. And in fact, the next thing I'm going to do is make a trident farm, but that won't be today. I did, however, mention to Buster Sharp that I intended to make a trident farm, and he expressed interest in buying some tridents off of me. In the process of spawn-proofing the Ocean Monument Guardians, I did get harassed by an awful lot of drowned and managed to acquire an extra 5 tridents, so I can make good on that deal right now, even though I don't have a trident farm operational yet. I think this is the place. And there are the payment for 3 tridents. I'm in a really bad place to sleep right now. I hate this. I hate having to either sleep in a bed or log out every 10 minutes. Am I wrong? It's just really annoying. It's not convenient for me to do it over and over again.
Later.
Alright, I've spent some time now off camera and made a little bit of progress. Haven't fully cleared away the ocean monument below yet, but this is the beginnings of what will be a guardian farm. Eventually. Before I make the guardian farm, I'm going to need a lot of tridents for the design I'm doing, and for that I need to get a drowned farm which is going to produce the tridents for me. And to do that, I have to gather a lot of resources. Hopefully in the process of gathering resources and making the drowned farm, I'll get along better with my neighbors. If you want to see more coherent tutorial about how Guardian farms work in Java Edition and Bedrock Edition, I have a video for that here. And make sure to subscribe so you'll see when I make this drone farm next time when Aman chooses Divergence SMP.